what is the GDP, or gross domestic product? Gross domestic product is the actual total of products and services that are produced in a specific economy over a specific time frame. Could be quarterly, over 3 months, or yearly. What we have to pay attention to is that the GDP helps us really calculate how or see how the economy is growing, right? And but you tell me there's a problem, because when I calculate GDP, like products and services, what I have to do, the way I calculate it, is I bring all the products and services that are produced within this economy, and I multiply it by the price of those products and services in the same year. So let's say a cell phone is 1,000 cell phones are produced in a specific economy. They cost $500. Okay, so that's $500,000 to be added to GDP, right? But if the second year we still produce 1,000 phones, but somehow the price has increased and now is at $600, what happens? Basically, what we add to the GDP is the $600,000 number and not the 500,000. So technically, the GDP has increased by $100,000. However, the economy has not expanded, has not grown. And so this is when we try to calculate the real GDP by basically taking a base year. So let's choose 2018, for example. And so let's say in 2018, the price of a cell phone is $500. And so we calculate all the other years based on that base year, on the price of that base year. And so this gives us really, we can isolate the price, we can isolate inflation, and this gives us basically the growth, the real growth of the economy. For example, in the US, from 1955 till now, we've grown at an average of 6.68% when it comes to the GDP on an annual basis, when it comes to nominal GDP. But when it comes to real GDP, we've grown by 3.20 something, right? So it's literally half because there is inflation that's involved. That's number one. Number two, we have to account for things that are not included in GDP. Basically, you have to think of intermediate goods that are used to produce final goods. They're not included. Illegal activities are not included. Financial transactions are not included. Secondary sales of the same product sold second time is not included. All of these are not included in GDP. So we have to see if this is an important factor. Real estate sometimes takes more than a year to get produced, basically. And so sometimes it's not included. So you have to take all of these into consideration when looking at the GDP and when GDP numbers are out, so that you know how the market is